guys, it's Kirti and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about positives and negatives about life in Toronto. There will be pros and cons for each and every city. I put a lot of efforts and time into my videos, so please consider subscribing if you find any of my videos useful, and follow me on my Instagram. This is my Instagram handle and the link is in the description box below. Number one will be definitely diversity. Toronto has a lot of population. I mean, it is one of the most populated cities in Canada. So if there is any comparison I'm doing Toronto with another city, that will definitely be within Canada itself. So please don't compare Toronto with any other city. If you are a fan of diversity, I mean, if you love diversity, if you want to know about a lot of other cultures, if you want to learn and grow, if you want to break your comfort zones and mingle with every other community, this is the right place for you. It is one of the most diverse cities in the entire world. So diversity, hands down, Toronto is really good. Number two is weather. I know there is a lot of snow in Toronto and Toronto gets really colder during winters. Of course, it's Canada, right? But it is kind of, it's a huge city, but it is kind of better when compared to few other cities, Of course, Vancouver is the warmest place in entire country, but yeah, Toronto weather is not that bad. You won't see minus 40, minus 60, minus 50. Okay, we stop at minus 30, minus 25, maybe minus 20. Yeah, so we can consider weather as a positive aspect because yeah, it's not that worse, so I have to take it as a positive thing. Number three, land of opportunities. Definitely Toronto is the land of opportunities. Basically, you have a lot of opportunities when there is a lot of population. I mean, just to give you an example, say there is a lot of population in a particular city. You have a lot of retail stores, you have a lot of banks, you have a lot of coffee shops, restaurants, right? So we can consider in that way, but there are so many other factors also. You have so many head offices for each and every sector. There are so many students, especially international students, who finish their studies in any of the colleges in countryside and they move to Toronto for jobs. There is no offense, but let's just consider Vancouver. They don't have Uber, Lyft. Like somebody told me that they recently got Uber approved. I don't know, but say for example in Toronto we also have Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats and everything, right? Just say if you want to make money, there are so many ways you can make money. So you can drive Uber, you can drive Lyft. You can make money out of so many sources if you are in Toronto. So that is one of the best things. Logic is really simple. More population, more opportunities. Of course there is a lot of competition, but yeah, opportunities are there, right? Number four is public transportation. Obviously when compared to a lot of remote areas and a lot of other cities, basically Canada has really good public transportation, and especially Toronto, I have to appreciate the public transportation. I'm not saying that TTC is the best in the entire world, but still guys, come on, what if we are living in a major city and we have to get a car so that we can commute from one place to another place without any public transportation, right? Just get down at Toronto Pearson Airport, take a bus and just drop $3.25. You can literally go to any part of Toronto with just $3.25 in the duration of 2 hours. So that's really cool, right? So we really have to appreciate the connectivity they have, and they are really doing a great job. There are so many negatives about TTC, but okay, let's appreciate the positive things first. Number five, food. No matter from which country you are, let me tell you, you can get your country's cuisine. Consider Indian food. If you go to any part of Canada, any remote area, you won't get that much good food, like at least Indian food. I can't speak for Indian food in Toronto, seriously, because I've been living here for 22 months and I really appreciate, there are so many restaurants for Indian food. You guys might say that, okay, I don't have any favorite restaurants in Toronto because I don't find anything good. Okay, of course your mom's food is the best for you, but let's just appreciate how many restaurants we have in Scarborough, how many restaurants we have in downtown Toronto. And let's say Italian cuisine or Pakistani or Sri Lankan, we have a lot of restaurants. Guys, we are living in Toronto and we don't understand the value of whatever we have around us, whenever I speak to people who are living in Windsor or other places like Sudbury, they always say that, oh my god, I seriously miss Toronto's biryani. Oh my god, I seriously miss home food. At least Toronto have a lot of options. I later realized that, okay, I should first be grateful for whatever options that are available around. At least I am super satisfied with the food that is available, especially Hyderabadi biryani. There are couple of restaurants which has really good Hyderabadi biryani in Scarborough, and I'm done. Okay, I'm set for this life. Okay. So whatever cuisine you name it, we have it in Toronto. Number 6, if you are rich, you should move to Toronto because Toronto is really expensive. The not so good part about living in Toronto, but if you are rich, you should move to Toronto and you can lead a luxurious life. Number 7 is safety. I'm not saying that the entire country is safe. I'm not saying that entire city is safe. But let me tell you, if you avoid going to few streets like Sherbourne, Gerard, Jane, and a couple of streets, like if you know, just comment down below those street names. So if you avoid going to those streets, yes, it is really safe. Number 1 con of living in Toronto is diversity. I know I mentioned about diversity in the positive part of the video, but to be honest, in India you might see only caste feeling, just example, or some other discriminations. But in Canada, what I've personally observed is, say for example, there is a restaurant and you want to hire somebody to work in your restaurant. Obviously they'll try to hire their own community people. I've been in these kind of situations so many times. It's not that I'm complaining about not so good part about life in Toronto, but I'm just letting you guys know so that you guys are aware before coming to Toronto itself. Sometimes it's so painful to be in a diverse city or a diverse place. Next will be traffic. I'm not complaining living in a huge city about traffic, but in Toronto, traffic is just unbelievably crazy. At least people who are driving in Toronto, they know how painful it is to drive in Toronto. So DVP and Gardiner, unbelievable. Everybody knows. You will end up wasting a lot of time in traffic itself, like maybe 2 to 3 hours every single day in traffic itself. Number 3 is cost of living. Toronto is by default really expensive. It is getting expensive every single day because previously minimum wage was $11 something, $11.60 when I came here, and now it's $14. As the minimum wage increases, you make more money, so everybody wants you to spend more money. Rents are getting higher every day, food cost is getting higher. Previously Tim Hortons small cup, like coffee cup, used to be this size, and now it's like this. Everything changes based on one factor, which is the increase of minimum wage. So to be honest, from car insurance to cell phone plans to rents, every single thing is really expensive. If you are a person living on minimum wage, of course you might save a couple of $100 based on what your expenses are, and at the same time it is not easy. You cannot live on minimum wage forever. Say for example, here in Toronto you are making $2,000 and other city you are making $2,000. Obviously in other cities you will be able to save a couple of $100 more than your savings in Toronto. Okay, so that's the scenario, and I hope you guys understood the positives and negatives of life in Toronto. Please don't consider coming to Canada or going to any other country if you are not willing to mingle with other communities. To be honest, it's not like I'm just making a statement. I've seen so many people being so discriminative, so it affects so many others a lot. So you have to be really careful if you are in a new place, and be nice to everybody. That's the only thing I want to say. Before ending this video, I just want to quickly mention about 2 products. These products are sent by this company, which is a Korean brand called Some By Me. This is a sunscreen. It is SPF 50+, and this is a face wash. Quickly, pros of this sunscreen is the texture is really good and it is really light. It is not cakey on the face when I applied. Will I recommend this product? Definitely yes. It is not cakey on my face, so that's what I need from a sunscreen. When it comes to face wash, texture is really thick. I didn't like the texture, and second thing is it created some kind of tingling sensation on my face. I don't know whether it's good for me or not. And the third thing is I didn't like the fragrance because again these products smells like ointments as they are dermatologically tested. So yeah, links of these 2 products are in the description box below if you wanna check them out. And finally, please let me know by commenting below, like, what is your favorite thing about living in Toronto. Yes, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and follow me on my Instagram. Link is in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.